Night of Remembrance. Is that another special event in Eglatown? And this message, is it a prank? Or is there more to this?
What's this smell? Nope, I can't take it. Gotta take a break. Ugh. Ew. Why do I still smell it down here? Wait. This weird frequency. It's coming from that message. My head. So dizzy. I'm gonna lie down. Just holler if you need me.
Looks like we've been hit by the weird frequency in that message. I should check out what's going on in Eglatown.
Bells chime, spirits awake, mask up for the ghost parade. Welcome, dear guest. Are you here for the Night of Remembrance? It's the only night in a year when the lost souls return to the mortal realm. Wear your mask and blend into this special gathering. You never know who or what might be hiding behind the mask. Well, that's a plain reaction. Can't scare you, huh? All right, let me explain it properly. The Night of Remembrance is an annual festival in Eglatown, dedicated to honouring those who have passed. When night falls, people dress up like ghosts and join in a variety of activities. And, oh dear, can't quite remember the rest. Anyway, to satisfy your curiosity, why not see for yourself? All you need is a mask.
Like this one?
This is the mask of the laureate. What an honour to meet the new laureate in person. Yes, this one will do perfectly. The laureate enjoys the same privileges as the host of this festival, so please, enjoy yourself tonight.
Cantarella? What's she doing here?
What a pleasure to meet you again. So what brings a distinguished laureate to this ghostly place? Tired of heavenly views, are we? Are you here to savor the underworld's wonders and dance with its spirits? Why not? What harm could there be in a ghost of the deep reveling among spirits? Also, what are you implying? On the night of remembrance, it's only natural that the departed return to the mortal realm for their unfulfilled wishes. Still, it'd be best if they didn't stir up trouble for the living. In my humble opinion, lost souls find peace only when their wishes are fulfilled. Then perhaps they'll stop haunting people. Since fate has brought you here, why not offer your aid to those poor restless souls? I'll join you, of course. No need to jump to conclusions. Who knows? It might actually be you doing me a favor. Every night of remembrance brings its own theme, and this year, it's the Ghost Girl. Imagine this. An innocent girl lost in the dark sea, fear ripping her apart as her soul drifts away, while her body sinks ever deeper into the abyss. Despair consumes her bit by bit, until she transforms into a monstrous phantom. A thrilling story, don't you agree? Like savoring a medium-rare lamb chop served with oysters. One tender slice and the crimson juice spills, adding just the right flavor to the already exquisite dish. So we share similar tastes. How wonderful. Now, back to our topic. Hidden among the stalls set up for tonight are 3 riddles entwined with the tale of the Ghost Girl. Yet these stalls are rather elusive. Rumor has it that they might even be run by demons. But of course, there are no demons in this world, only distorted frequencies, or men cloaked in disguise, driven by their unmet desires. Dealing with them requires no money. Instead, they sift through your desires, choosing what to claim for themselves. Isn't that enchanting? There's no thrill in simply buying all your heart's desires with mere money. And now, we have the main course for tonight. Whoever solves all 3 riddles and uncovers the mystery of the Ghost Girl can ask the host for an elixir. Whether to turn stones into gold, grant eternal youth, or even bring the dead back to life. Whichever you want, this potion is here to make it real. Well then, might I suggest we collaborate to secure this reward? I'm after a particular elixir myself. Well, it requires more than you might imagine. The finest ingredients, precise procedures, impeccable techniques, and of course, the proper mood. But with you at my side, even the most intricate elixir would be a delight to create. I'd love to explore this with you, be it elixir or poison. Surrender your flesh, give all you have, all the lost from the red.
That sounds uncanny.
Oh, sorry. Forgive me if it unsettles you. It's an old folk song about the Night of Remembrance. They say its eerie melody has a strange frequency that can draw the attention of ravenous demons. Ah, I can feel it now. There it is, the first stall.
Welcome. Would you like to reach for the brightest star in the sky? Or indulge in the greatest joy of the mortal world? Or maybe nothing could ever satisfy your endless desire.
Always so playful, Mammon. Unfortunately, my friend here isn't driven by greed. All we seek is the first riddle of the Ghost Girl, to set the tone for tonight. After all, even the smallest catch can serve as a splendid entree for a grand feast.
I see. But nothing comes for free. If you want it, you'll have to trade me something entertaining. Perhaps a loaf of bread that speaks. Oil that melts into water. Or a glimpse into Thessalia's hidden past. Oh, just for me. That would be an honor I'd truly relish. How marvelous! I hear the sounds of birth and doom, of everlasting mountains and seas, and the fierce pulses of life. This is life's symphony, each note threaded by the loom of time, more alluring than any siren's call. As promised, here is the first riddle, the Siren's Song. Long ago, a group of girls followed the Siren's call out of town. They journeyed to the crown atop the mountain, and to the waterfall that cascaded into the depths below. Beyond this riddle, I, Mammon, have yet another gift to offer for your performance. Please take this music box. It's...
That person does seem a bit extra.
It's understandable. Hearing a laureate perform is an honor, a blessing for everyone in Renacita. Even this music box should be humming along in admiration. Oh, so that's why this little thing isn't behaving. Someone must have silenced it, leaving it unable to sing.
If you look at this music box from above, doesn't it resemble a big apple?
Now that you mention it, indeed it does. Perhaps Mammon has offered us a little aperitif. All right. I know where we need to go next. The second riddle is waiting for us.
I know what you came for. Without exceptional insight and unparalleled courage, all you'll end up with are mere scraps. If you lack what I seek, and just swallow the scraps with the ashes.
Good enough for the fishes, perhaps, but hardly something to serve at the table. This distinguished friend of mine deserves nothing less than the finest dish and the freshest apple.
Well then, give it a try. May you find the freshest apple. Go on, make a choice. Let's see if this apple holds the prize you seek.
That one, please.
So, the rumors are true. Nothing escapes your keen gaze, Cantarella the Bane. This little taste of luck is just a starter. Now, allow me to serve the main dish. Here comes the second riddle. The red apple. The girls lined up for their apples, each one in a vivid, glistening red. But why would apples appear in the deep sea? Whether it brings luck or misfortune, taste it and see for yourselves.
People of Renacita often use coin tosses for divination. Heads up signifies good fortune, a sign of following the sacred path. Tails up, however, invites misfortune, a mark of defiance against the divinity. Are these dolls blessed or cursed? Perhaps the last riddle will give us a clue.
Inspired by the deep sea. Is she for sailing?
Tonight's theme is the ghost girl, right?
Yeah, I heard it's related to something that happened in the town.
Which is the most beautiful among these dolls? This one has bright eyes. That one has a nice nose. And that one there has red lips. Wait, this one's got to be a bit less pretty. Can't let it outshine me. Oh, so frustrating. They're all gorgeous, but none quite live up to my standards. Now tell me, what do you think? Which doll stands out the most? I like your honesty. Yes, they're all pretty much the same, aren't they? Here, take this one. Wonderful. As long as you follow the divinity, luck will surely be on your side. Now, for dessert, I present you with fortune cookies. This is the last riddle. The round hat. A girl dons her red dancing shoes and wears a scarlet hat, ready for the final act of her performance. Now, all the riddles are in your hands. Whether the answers will rise like bubbles from the witch's cauldron, well, that's up to you.
Wind, guide me.
Look, it's the new Lorien.
My, oh my.
Now all the riddles are here, like fish returned to the sea. However, they are entangled in a maze of seaweed. How would you free them from the maze? Let's see. A dusty, broken music box. A cog-like lucky coin. And a doll in a red hat. They're all out of production now. None of the music boxes these days use this kind of cog. Looks like these little trinkets are relics from the past. Good catch. As a girl, I used to while away those endless, quiet hours in the castle by playing with such things. Perhaps some part of me still remembers what to do. No, I'm certain I still do. It seems all we need is the laureate's performance to breathe life back into this old relic.
The show begins.
What was that? My head. This pain's getting worse. I need a break somewhere.
You've been under this influence far too long, especially in a place filled with spirits. I should have warned you sooner. You need a proper rest, and we're not far from Thessalio Fells. Come to my castle. I have potions there that can help ease the strain. Hope this can help you feel better. This potion is crafted from freshly crushed barnacle leaves, mixed with the sap of violaca, sea ochre, and sea apple, all fermented in a glass vial. Each of these lovely plants is cultivated here, hand-picked, sorted, and blended by my own hands. As the poisonous ingredients entwine, their toxins soften over time, like nightmares transforming into the sweetest dreams. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe, and even delightful. Drink up and rest a while. Though I may not be able to lift the curse binding you just yet, I can certainly help tame it for now. Ah, excuse me for a moment. It's time I tend to the flowers.
Apple. Apple in the sea. Sea apple!
Found ya!
Jelly rose. Round hat. Could the round hat worn by the girl in the riddle actually be a poisonous jelly rose Medusa? If that's true, then the ghost girls indeed have a connection to the Phasaelius. I need to discuss this with Cantarella.
Ah, you've made it here. I'm glad to see you're feeling better. Now, we can finally have a proper conversation. Did you come all this way for me? Or are you in search of the secret slumbering in the deep? Such greed. Rest assured, I'm here to unravel the secrets with you, as I promised.
What exactly are the sea apples and the jelly roses in the garden used for?
The crimson sea apple, also called the alluring reaper, is a dangerous plant. A single bite can lead to paralysis, suffocation, or the excruciating pain of a burnt throat and torn organs, ultimately bringing its victim an agonizing death. As for the jelly roses, their blooms will transform into jelly rose medusae. These little ones can produce a neurotoxin that induces intense hallucinations, and in extreme cases, causes the body to seize and twist in a violent, uncontrollable dance of death. The two lethal plants have been meticulously nurtured by generations of the Phasalia family, flourishing within the gardens of Portoveno Castle for centuries.
So my guess was correct. The red apple in the second riddle refers to the sea apple, and the round hat in the last riddle points to the jelly rose medusa. As for the first riddle, Siren's Song, the crown atop the mountain and the waterfall that cascaded into the depths below clearly points here, a crown-like castle that sits atop a jagged cliff with a waterfall rushing down. It seems the girls in the riddle were lured into the Portovino castle. The strange frequencies coming from the music box probably reflect the suffering of the ghost girls who were poisoned and tortured in the castle. But why? Why would the Phasalia family do this? I don't believe you'd engage in such senseless cruelty or take pleasure in others' suffering. There should be a reason behind this. Wait, there's one Phasalia tradition that might explain it. The divine trials. It's a ritual to select a maiden of extraordinary willpower, a Phasalia who can withstand the Thenodian's whispers. I assume such extreme methods were needed for the trials.
Well, I never imagined you'd solve the mystery so quickly. You never cease to amaze me. The truth behind the Ghost Girl riddle is none other than the grim secret of the divine trials. The blood and tears shed in these trials throughout the years have seeped into this castle and concocted what we now call the Sea of Ghosts. There, past and future intertwine, and Phasalia's ancient secrets cling to the cracks of time like grotesque scabs. With you by my side, I would relive that trauma and unfold the layers of forsaken time for a closer look. And if you find these scabs have somehow crept onto my very flesh and feel the need to cut them away, I'll place my full trust in you and leave it in your hands. Ever since I guided you to the sanctuary, you've seen through me, and all that the Phasalia family conceals. I've witnessed you cleanse the chaos of the inverted tower, restoring order to the heavens and seas. If you are the one to pass final judgment on me, it would be the highest honor. Now, the answers we seek lie in the depths of fierce undercurrents. Will you join me and dive into the deep sea? I knew you'd say that. Your wisdom, courage, and kindness, no matter how deep the waters, always shine through. Once we enter the sea, I'll be right by your side, tightly. No poisonous creature shall harm you. For you are the one I've chosen. Excellent. Together we dive into the Sea of Ghosts.
Is this still Portovino Castle? Something feels off.
Yes and no. The past has spilled into the present here. The overflowing frequencies have enveloped the entire castle, forming this sonora, the Sea of Ghosts. The voices of the ghosts rise faintly from the depths, like the soft pop of a bursting bubble. Listen closely to these whispers of the past. Piece together these fragile clues, and the answers will emerge on their own. But do take caution. One wrong step in these murky depths, and we may be drawn into an endless abyss. With a bit of light, though, we can hold back the darkness. Though the black of the sea is overwhelming, I've managed to preserve the last ray of light. You see, light is something that darkness can never fully devour. As long as it flickers, it can guide us out. I, Cantarella Thessalia, hereby grant you unrestricted passage through Portovino Castle. Let us explore and weave through the past and future together. We are now in a fragment of the past. You've done well. The past that emerges from the Sea of Ghosts is not entirely real. It only reveals what it chooses to show, which means we must uncover the hidden truth ourselves. Spirits bound in the cracks of time wander no more. Please set them free with the light. They've been trapped here for far too long.
Let's have fun!
Oh, this will be fun.
A potion that can grant any wish. Sounds familiar. The girls must have been lured here by such impossible promises. Cantarella, since you were part of the trials yourself, why not just tell me the secret?
There. We are surrounded by twisted frequencies. It seems they're guiding us towards the truth of the divine trials. And that truth holds the key to solving the Ghost Girl mystery. During the trials, the ever-present abyss silently watched over us. I can feel that the sonorosphere has recreated that same ominous gaze. If I were to reveal everything about the past all at once, this Sonoro could grow unstable, or even collapse, drowning us in its wake. To keep us safe, we must tread carefully and avoid taking reckless actions. So let's listen carefully to what the sea is trying to tell us. The divine trials stand as a hallowed tradition of the Phasalia family, a ritual that demands every family member to offer their daughter. Yet tales of these perils have driven some to seek out young girls resembling their own and use them as substitutes. These girls' parents are often offered a generous sum of money or sweet promises as compensation. Behind this intricate web stands the late head of Phasalia. To him, the Phasalia daughters who had been replaced were nothing more than useless stones. The substitutes, however, he considered rough gems that could be polished into dazzling jewels through suffering. For him, regardless of blood, the maiden must be a Phasalia. To this end, no sacrifice was too great.
Let's have fun!
Oh, this will be fun.
A change of perception.
This book looks familiar. Just put it back on the right shelf, like how you did before.
The lovely smell of all my prey.
Well done. You never disappoint me. To avoid the watchful eyes, the girls formed secret pacts in whispers. Hum a special tune. Use the right color. Knock on the door 3 times every 2 seconds. In the cold, unfathomable sea, the little fish huddled close, unaware of who might vanish or what tomorrow would bring. The Phasalia family is built on poison, and from a young age every Phasalia child is introduced to it. Years of exposure gradually build up our resistance. At first we suffered, but over time, few poisons could harm us. We are no longer merely the bearers of poison. we become the poison itself. Sweet dreams, girls. May you rest in peace.
Crimson Blossom! Entwine! Let's have fun!
Take a breath, a night here. Maybe try knocking 3 times, as the girls once did. Knock, knock. It seems safe here. We can catch our breath amid the surging undercurrents. Even in the depths of the sea, there would be a place for resting, like the eye of a storm. Perhaps we should take a moment to explore this room. It seems like an ideal setting to gather our thoughts, or simply rest. Forgive me that I can't tell you more while we remain trapped within the depths. Once we've explored the whole of this sea, the truth will rise to the surface. Before opening the door, have you ever imagined a scene where seawater rushes out, flooding everything before you? But for now, I don't think that will happen. We haven't quite reached the deep waters yet. Should we go now and see what the jellyfish are trying to say? Lovely. Don't forget to knock 3 times. Darkness breeds the unknown, and the unknown gives birth to fear. In a place like this, the only... But can the glimmers from these delicate drifters truly light up the entire sea? It seems like fate insists we move as one. side by side. In the realm of poison, none can rival the Jelly Rose Medusa. Ah, a scent I know well. There's a Jelly Rose Medusa lying in wait just a little deeper. They tend to be wary when alone, their nerves quick to tingle at the slightest move. But worry not, I know what to do. Why not savor this, Ah, I know this bookshelf well. Today it seems ambitious, hungry enough to devour 2 books at once. One titled Past, the other Present. Luck does seem to favor you. What we want has a way of appearing when least expected. Are we prisoners to the insatiable appetite for knowledge, or to the ever-expanding void? Yet I trust your eyes. They'll see through the tricks hidden within. The nerve.
So proud of budding seeds! Vitality, sour!
We desire, and so we find, an empty shell. The remnants that past is left behind. Just one more to go. The shadow cast by present. This one isn't picky. Silence. Now both past and present are ours. Frightened away, our lethal yet delicate little friend. Looks like we need to handle these 2 first.
Stay clothing.
A change of perception.
Pruning. Let's have fun!
Try not to blink. Surge a deep tide. Oh, this will be fun. Hebona. She was such a timid girl. Like a frightened rabbit. She'd peek out from behind Mandragora, her little face half hidden. She cried so often. I still remember the day she brought me tea laced with mercury. Her hands trembled so much, tears spilling into the cup as she tried to serve it. Such a good girl, really. So I couldn't bring myself to refuse her. Had I not drunk it, the abyss closing in on us would have taken us both. The tea itself, well, it was tolerable. Certainly better than sea apple. Just a bit of burning, a touch of dizziness, and a pounding ache in the head. Whether it was her tears that softened the poison, or my body's quiet resilience, I recovered quickly enough. Only through suffering could the girls of the trials steal a fleeting moment of peace. Forgive me. I shouldn't linger in memories. After all, it's the present and future that truly matter, wouldn't you say? Hey? Why not savor this? Our delicate little friend seems to have slipped above us. I'll find us a way. Luck does seem to favor you. Look, there it is, just a step away. It seems everyone desires the deadliest jellyfish. Expired obsessions rarely know when to stop.
Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers!
We desire, and so... Mandragora, just like her name, was a bright yet lethal flower. Oh, please don't misunderstand. Lethal is the highest praise for a Phasalia. She clung to every teaching of the head of our family, shaping herself so meticulously that her thoughts and her very self vanished, lost to the family's cold framework. I saw the weight of what she gave for that trial, all for a cause that was barely worthy of her sacrifice. So, when she served me the scone, dipped in the essence of jelly rose, I didn't hesitate to swallow it all. She was much tougher than Hebanon, but still, behind her unwavering gaze, I caught a flicker of reluctance, a shadow of something almost tender. As for the poison, the sensation was... I felt like I was drowning in slow waves, my body twitching without control, and my vision slipping into a soft blur. And somewhere within that haze I saw us transformed. Birds, perhaps, dancing on a sunlit shore, carefree and joyful. But then I woke up. There was no sunlit shore around. and I lay here, as ever, in this cold abyss. Why not savor this, What we want has a way of appearing when least expected. Silence. Seems like this little one is ready for a duel, trying to take your life with its venom. But I despise unnecessary fights. Hand it to me. Yes, just place it gently here. Nothing to fret about, dear. I've long since made my peace with poison. This jellyfish, a remnant of the past, can't harm me now. You have such a kind heart. Always ready to take on burdens, even while carrying your own. But some weights belong only to those who've already weathered their storms. So, let me bear this one. See? I'm fine. Come now. We've more to uncover. Jellyfish have no voice. They simply drift in the tide, struggling to let their faint glow disperse the darkness. Yet, here it is, a small shimmer of light, escaping the grip of the past to reach us now. It seems a subtle shift has taken place. I can smell danger. Let's look closely and see what new presence lingers here. The waves came crashing, eager to snuff out every spark they found. Poison and whispers slithered in, seeking to clip every wing. Sweet dreams were shelved away, locked tight, only to wither into silent, brittle tears.
Loading. Bloom from ashen shell!
Why? I stand perfectly well right before you. Tears wouldn't grant me mercy, and I never intended to blindly follow rules that were never meant to be kind. I earned my place, my own way. That's why I stand here now, able to share this with you. There's a weight to the air behind. A mixture of whispers from the deep, dried tears, and the stale, lingering scent of blood. Behind this is the deep water zone. Are you ready to face the relentless surges? The place, it will be dark and murky there. Please stay close to me.
Final performance? Begin soon? Hat? Unfit. Help me. Bring the round hat.
No, it's merely some old memories resurfacing. Don't worry. I'm quite well. When I entered this place, I knew that certain memories would seek me out, even if I did not wish for them to. Seems I'm not as resilient as I thought. Feel the tide pull. Here, the past and future, dreams and reality, are intricately intertwined, inseparably bound. The chaotic frequencies here might have trapped the light. Let's try once more, gently. Patience and encouragement always help. Oh, this will be fun.
Vitality sower!
Who will sink into the depths with me?
Let's have fun!
We've scoured every inch of the backstage, including every shadowed corner. It seems the round hat isn't here. Who will sink into the depths with
Crimson Blossom!
At long last, the final performance.
Dance and fight.
The maiden's crown will soon appear.
And rest upon one among you. Round hat for you. Take them.
Why not savor this,
Round hat. Thank you. Odd, but thank you. The final performance begins now. Go. The front. Closer. Clear. Reassured.
Showtime. Need light. Light. Lamp.
The frequencies are too chaotic. No worries. We'll try again.
You must be Anna's. And also Girl A, who couldn't speak, but managed to send me that message. You want me to find her?
better watch ourselves. They might have tricks up their sleeves we can't even imagine.
How dare she show up in the town after everything they did?
Will the lost souls truly return home?
We better watch ourselves. They might have tricks up their sleeves we can't even imagine.
How dare she show up in the town after everything they did?
The Cantarella I know is unbreakable. She will never falter, even if you drown her with all these malicious whispers. And you certainly won't shake me either.
But can the glows from these delicate drifters truly light up the entire sea? Yes, just place it gently here. I, Cantarella Phasalia, value every promise I made to you, and vow to see them through. Besides, there are certain places that only you may be able to reach. Come now.
All those years of lying and scheming, and what have you gained? A tarnished reputation. You could have walked away from this, Cantarella. I still remember the little you, the youngest, the most neglected of all the Thessalias. You always lingered by your cauldron, and only smiled when a bird fluttered past the window. You despise this place, don't you? But the blood in your veins, it binds you, holds you prisoner in this endless nightmare. You loathe our rules, yet they have already seeped into your very existence. Tell me, have you ever considered leaving? Let go of this burden that crushes you, and you'll be free as air, free to live the life you've longed for.
My dear lord, I have already gifted you the sweetest of dreams. But why do you still cling to this earthly burden? You watched with satisfaction as I climbed over the fallen, ascended the steps to glory, and wore the thorned crown. Was that not enough for you?
Illusions are no match for poison, Cantarella. False bubbles burst, and here we are. The end of it all.
Well, you see, illusions can also lead to true beauty. Your obsession, corrupted by whispers, has become a shadow over the castle. A deluge of delusions that shouldn't exist in this world. I can feel the pain those whispers inflicted upon you. Allow me to free you from them. Once more. The abyss may resemble. But even the deepest darkness cannot endure the touch of light. Your trust strengthens the lamp. It now burns brighter. is the time. Let the light shine brighter.
Let's have fun!
Loading. A change of perception.
Stunning! Interesting.
We haven't fully banished the whispers. Watch out! The twisted obsession is returning to the shadow.
The lovely smell of all my prey. The feeling of pain. I'm fine. Physical damage detected. Reborn from ancient roots!
Take a breath and wait here. Now, free him from the Trinodian's whispers. Surge of deep tides. Sleep in the whispers of silence. My lord, I offered you the sweetest of dreams and safeguarded your legacy when you departed. I have entrusted Phassalia's true faith to one most deserving, and the Trinodians' deceptions in the inverted tower have been laid bare. No more whispers shall haunt us. Our children are freed from the cruel burdens of those trials. Now, you too shall find release from the Trinodians' whispers. Nothing escapes your eyes, does it?
We're here, alive and well. In that hellish duel, Cantarella shielded us with illusions.
It all started with a false hope. An elixir to grant any wish was said to be here. We dived into darkness, choked down fear. Nothing's here but the deep and ourselves. The elixir was our blood and tears. Yet the bane gave us sweet dreams. At last, through the shadows, we reached the end. Once Cantarella took charge of the family, she shielded us, keeping us safe in the castle's depths. The Order's members were always prying, eager to find out the truth. I knew if we went out recklessly, we'd only invite danger. Though, I really miss my home, more than I can say. Fortunately, Cantarella holds the Night of Remembrance every year. With our masks, we can slip away, even just for a while, back to our village. It's always a great comfort to see Jojo living happily and in good health.
My dear, from this night forward, you're free to be with your families. The gentleman here has solved the riddles. Together, he and I will craft the elixir of revival. Since the Threnodians' lies were unraveled, the frequencies and situations on the outside have shifted. Thanks to you, the Order is now entangled in its own troubles, too distracted to reach into the Thessalias. Most deeply affected by the Threnodians' whispers was the castle, where the former head was trapped, where innocent girls were lost to the trials. As the Threnodian fell, all these frequencies broke out at once. The long-standing fear, pain, resentment, and repression, all that the whispers had suppressed, burst free, becoming a new cage. The shackles of one's spirit were heavier than those from the outside. Yet thanks to you, we shattered those shackles together. I knew then the time had come for the girls to finally go home. I never meant to draw you into this. I was planning to shoulder it all alone. That's why for this year's Night of Remembrance, I took part myself. And as host, I chose Ghost Girls as the theme. My plan was to break through the sea of ghosts, claim that I've solved the riddles and won the elixir of revival, and then use it to send the girls home when the Dance of the Dead begins at midnight. Your arrival, seemingly by chance, was perhaps destined. The letter wasn't my doing, but I think I know who brought you to my side. She had no intention of hurting you with the abnormal frequencies, but she had been in the Twisted Sonoro for too long. Long enough that she was nearly one with its frequencies. When I saw that letter and sensed something unusual about you, I realized you could no longer stay out of this matter. With a special constitution, you were affected by the frequencies overflowing from the Sea of Ghosts. Looking back, my arrogance blinded me. Forgive me for showing you this weak side of myself. The currents here run deep, and the tangled seaweed is thick. Even I can easily become ensnared. But you helped me untangle these knots and weathered the torrents by my side. Thanks to you, the elixir was much easier to make. That's why I said a skilled brewer is far more important than the ingredients or the process. Please accept my heartfelt gratitude. Thank you for being here and for staying by my side.
Cantarella, you don't have to bear it all alone anymore. You've got someone you can truly count on now.
You're right. I have one last favor to ask. Could you take the elixir and see the girls home on my behalf? The Thessalia doesn't enjoy a good reputation, and some villagers would resist my presence. At this point, causing any complication is the last thing I want. You, however, as the laureate who exposed the lies and turned the impossible into the possible, will carry a weight they can't ignore. If you're the one to handle this, the people will be convinced. Besides, even if the Order intends to look into this miraculous revival later, your status and capabilities will hold them back. But putting all that aside, it's with your effort that this elixir was possible. I can think of no one more fitting for this task. Names are like sea foam that easily fades away. It hardly matters to me. Besides, it may not be a bad thing for people to stay wary of the Thessalians. After all, we're a large family with deep-rooted issues. Change takes time. Girls, gather your things. It's time to go home.
Thank you, Cantarella, for everything you've done for us for all these years. Now that we're leaving, you'll be left alone here. You should never have had to bear such a heavy burden. I still remember what you told me back then, during the trials. You said you wanted to leave this place behind, go somewhere far away where no one knew you, and live freely. But now, you're staying in this cold castle, bearing it all alone.
As long as I am the head of Thessalia, what happened here remains buried. No more trials, no more innocent lives caught in this web. My freedom for theirs. A fair exchange, wouldn't you say? It's time to leave, my dear.
Tonight, all the riddles are solved. Behold, the elixir of resurrection.
What a night to remember.
That was a really long nap. The strange smell is gone. You smell good again. Oh, I had the best dream. I was dancing with all these cute echoes. Oh? Am I interrupting something? Fine. I'll just go take another nap.
Things have returned to normal, it seems. How delightful. It's late. Would you care to come to my castle and rest for the night? Oh, the pleasure is mine, my dear. With you here, this castle feels warmer. Your presence may have dispelled the chill that used to linger. Our family's purpose has always been clear: to resist the Threnodian spiritual interference and hold fast to our faith in the Sentinel. The cruel trials were designed to find a maiden with an unbreakable will, someone who could withstand the Threnodians' whispers and fix her eyes on the true light. Yet, in pursuit of that noble cause, innocent lives were sacrificed without question. I can't accept the so-called necessary sacrifice, one that tramples the will of others in the name of duty. It's nothing but living off the weak. Though it's important to kindle the flames, none should forget those burned to ashes. Those lives shouldn't have been squandered. After all, we are more than just firewood. Yes, when I took up the Sword of Divinity, I felt a presence. Someone far more capable, more suitable. A new possibility emerged. I asked the Sentinel to transfer my second